EPL Week 9 Review, Key Matches, Standouts, and Updated League Standings. Week 9 of the English Premier League was packed with gripping matches, standout performances, and some surprise outcomes that have shaped the league standings and individual leaderboards. Here's a breakdown of each match, highlighting key players and how the results impacted the current standings. Leicester City 1-3, Nottingham Forest. Player of the match, Chris Wood, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest came out on top with a 3-1 victory over Leicester City. Chris Wood was instrumental, scoring 2 goals to secure the win. His clinical performance elevated Nottingham Forest to 7th place in the league, while Leicester remains near the relegation zone. Aston Villa 1-1 Bournemouth. Player of the match, Mark Travers, Bournemouth. In a hard-fought draw, Bournemouth's goalkeeper Mark Travers made crucial saves to keep Aston Villa at bay. This performance helped Bournemouth secure a point, leaving them with 12 points and an 11th place position on the table, while Aston Villa continues to hold strong in the top 4 with 18 points. Brentford 4-3 Ipswich. Player of the match, Bryan Mbeumo, Brentford. Brentford narrowly defeated Ipswich in a 7-goal thriller, with Bryan Mbeumo taking the spotlight. His 2 goals and an assist showcased his importance to Brentford, moving them to 9th place in the standings. Mbeumo's contributions have also brought him up the top scorers list. Player of the match, Matheus Cunha, Wolves. Brighton and Wolves ended in a 2-2 draw, with Matheus Cunha as the standout performer. Cunha's skill and technical play helped Wolves secure a point despite a challenging season, leaving them 19th in the table. Brighton's solid form keeps them in 6th position with 16 points. Manchester City 1-0 Southampton. Player of the match, Savinho, Manchester City. Manchester City continued to assert their dominance with a 1-0 win over Southampton, thanks to Savinho's dynamic playmaking. With this win, City retains their lead at the top with 23 points, while Southampton's struggles persist as they remain at the bottom with a single point. Everton 1-1 Fulham. Player of the match, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Everton. Everton and Fulham drew 1-1 in a competitive match that saw Idrissa Gana Gueye stand out for his midfield presence. Alex Iwobi marked his return to Goodison Park with a goal for Fulham, adding an emotional note to the game. Everton sits in 16th place, while Fulham ranks 10th. Chelsea 2-1 Newcastle. Player of the match, Pedro Neto, Chelsea. Chelsea edged out Newcastle 2-1, with Pedro Neto proving decisive through his creativity and contributions in the final third. Chelsea's victory places them 5th in the standings, closely behind the top 4, while Newcastle holds 12th place with 12 points. Crystal Palace 1-0 Tottenham. Player of the match, Dean Henderson, Crystal Palace. Dean Henderson's goalkeeping heroics helped Crystal Palace secure a 1-0 victory over Tottenham. Henderson's clean sheet was crucial in lifting Palace out of the relegation zone, though they still sit precariously at 17th with 6 points. Tottenham is currently in 8th place. West Ham 2-1 Manchester United. Player of the match, Casemiro, Manchester United. Despite Manchester United's 2-1 loss to West Ham, Casemiro's exceptional performance was a highlight. His control of the midfield helped stabilize United, even though the result saw them slide to 14th place. West Ham's win puts them in 13th with 11 points. Arsenal 2-2 Liverpool. Player of the match, Bukayo Saka, Arsenal. Arsenal and Liverpool played out a high-octane 2-2 draw, with Bukayo Saka shining as the player of the match. Saka's pace and technical prowess kept Arsenal in the game, solidifying their third-place spot in the standings. Liverpool, still consistent, holds second place, just a point behind City. EPL standings after Week 9. 1. Manchester City, 23 points. 2. Liverpool, 22 points. 3. Arsenal, 18 points. 4. Aston Villa, 18 points. 5. Chelsea, 17 points. 6. Brighton, 16 points. 7. Nottingham Forest, 16 points. 8. Tottenham Hotspur, 13 points. 9. Brentford, 13 points. 10. Fulham, 12 points. 11. Bournemouth, 12 points. 12. Newcastle United, 12 points. 13. West Ham United, 11 points. 14. Manchester United, 11 points. 15. Leicester City, 9 points. 16. Everton, 9 points. 17. Crystal Palace, 6 points. 18. Ipswich Town, 4 points. 19. Wolverhampton Wanderers, 2 points. 20. Southampton, 1 point. Manchester City leads the league by a narrow margin over Liverpool, with Arsenal and Aston Villa rounding out the top 4. Chelsea and Brighton closely trail, while Nottingham Forest's strong performances keep them in the top 7. Tottenham, Brentford, and Fulham complete the top 10, with Everton and Crystal Palace hovering above the relegation zone. EPL top scorers after Week 9. 1. Erling Haaland, Manchester City, 11 goals. 2. Bryan Mbeumo, Brentford, 8 goals. 3. Chris Wood, Nottingham Forest, 7 goals. 4. Cole Palmer, Chelsea, 7 goals. 5. Mohamed Salah, Liverpool, 6 goals. 6. Nicholas Jackson, Chelsea, 6 goals. 7. Danny Welbeck, Brighton, 6 goals. 8. Luis Diaz, Liverpool, 5 goals. 9. Ollie Watkins, Aston Villa, 5 goals. 10. Liam Delap, Ipswich, 5 goals. Erling Haaland remains at the top with 11 goals, followed by Bryan Mbeumo with 8. Chris Wood and Cole Palmer continue to impress with 7 goals each, and Salah, Jackson, and Welbeck remain in close contention with 6 goals. Conclusion. Week 9 of the EPL underscored the fierce competition this season, with standout performances, intense matches, and shifts in the standings. Conclusion. Week 9 of the EPL underscored the fierce competition this season, with standout performances, intense matches, and shifts in the standings. As City and Liverpool remain locked in a tight title race, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Aston Villa continue to fight for position. With more exciting fixtures ahead, the season promises a thrilling journey for fans and players alike. For more updates as regarding top clubs in the English Premier League such as Chelsea FC, Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle United, Tottenham, Aston Villa and many more, subscribe to my channel, Avunculus Production on YouTube and turn on notifications. On behalf of the management of Avunculus Services, we want to thank you for watching and subscribing. See you in our next video updates. At Avunculus Production. Copyright symbol Avunculus Services.